Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer II Battle Replay. So this one, this is actually the second guy I bumped into this guy in a row on ladder. The first one I was just super memeing. It was a ridiculous Norska army. I brought two frost worms. As a result of that, you know, that video I did the other day. I didn't know this guy was any good. I'd never played him before, so I thought, well, meme. Turns out he's actually pretty good. He just crushed me because I had just such a stupid build. So as soon as I bumped into him again, I got my game face on, and yeah, it went really try hard because I'm that kind of guy. So as you can see, two best. I'm against Chaos again, by the way. I think he mained Chaos. I don't know that for a fact, but he was Chaos twice in a row, so you know. Anyway, so good old Beastie Boys. This is actually the build I beat Romulan Dog with, I believe, or at least something very similar. So I've got two Best Gore Herd. I have two Gore Herds with shields, some Ungore Spearmen with shields on the outside. I've got some Razor Gore Herd for some good armor piercing and good mass as well. They can, you know, bog things down rather nicely. And with the buffs from my Beast Lord, that's right, Beast Lord OP, we all know that. He rocks, love the Beast Lord, so much better than Morga, can't stand Morga. Anyway, so he's got Totem of Rust, which is nice, you know, lowers armor. Not a huge amount, but it helps. Also, he's got the Bloodlust, which will give extra armor piercing damage. That's going to be for my Minotaurs. Also, Apocalyptic Vision and Horn of the First Beast. Both give leadership, one gives a charge bonus, and they both give melee attack plus 26. So I can use one and then wait for that to run out and then use the other. It's great. Also, I have a Brave Shaman of Shadow, so I can use Enfeebling Foe on stuff to make it even easier to hit. And I have Occam's Mind Razor and Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma, so I can slow stuff down and do a bit of damage to it, or I can just buff things even further. So, but just a Calcan Guard. This is where Bloodlust is going to go, and any buffs that I may cast. These guys hit like absolute trucks, and they regenerate. Yeah, it's it, isn't it? Oh, and Silver Shields is great too. So whereas a lot of the time Minotaurs will just be picked off at range, these guys will deflect a lot of it, as well as being absolute ballers. So they'll deflect a lot of the damage and regenerate through a lot of the rest. So love it. And over here, that's right, 3 Centicles with throwing axes. He's got Horsemasters, though, which are pretty good. They're pretty good indeed. So I'm going to try and get some damage in, move back and forth. And, yeah, he's getting some better damage into me than I'm getting into him, unfortunately. But, you know, I'm getting some in. Also, he's got some Hounds, which, of course, Poison Warhound, great for chasing down Centicles. Really helps. And, guys, now, I think he might be memeing. Oh, no, he's memeing, isn't he? Or maybe not. It's hard to tell. He's got 2 Giants. He's got the double Giants, guys. It's happened again. More double Giants. So, yeah, he's got the double Giants. And actually, in a way, this makes a lot of sense, because Ungore Raiders, although they're quite good units, people don't often bring them against Chaos, because they don't have the armor piercing. They're not bad for sort of chasing away things like Marauder Horsemen, but other than that, they don't really have much other jobs, and frankly, you can use your own Poison Warhounds and Centigores and things to screen the Marauder Horsemasters, or just throw Ungores at them. So, Ungore Raiders, not necessarily that good a pick, and that's the best cheap way to just put focus fire on a giant. So most of my units against a giant, they're going to take a lot of damage. So yeah, double giants doesn't actually, yeah, it's not actually too bad an idea. Anyway, he's got some Marauders, Chaos Warriors, the Mirror Guard, very sturdy, with some Aspiring Champions as well, so this is a very sturdy pocket. Along with Chaos Warriors and more Chaos Marauders. He's also got Archaon the Everchosen. So Fire Magic is kind of nice, I do kind of like it. It's a good lore of magic, not a huge amount of armor that the Beastmen have, so actually Burning Skull is really pretty damn good. And being able to up the melee defense of units with Cascading Fire Cloak can really help too. Speeding things up. So, he's chasing me, because he's getting cocky. He's like, haha, I'm winning this engagement, despite being outnumbered Melkoths. Yeah, I'm slowing him down, and now I'm going to charge him again. I'm sure he's got Hounds, but you know, that's fine. So here, getting some lovely damage into these guys. They're throwing axes as they run, and on the charge, they're going to do a ton of damage now I've caught them out. So they're suffering quite a lot. So they've suffered a fair bit. They're almost routed, which is really nice for me. And Razor Gores have got on top of them. Ungore Spearmen are running in. So yeah, my Beast Lord took a bit of damage there. Razor Gores have actually caught out the rest of them. It's tough. I just came out of nowhere there. So yeah, my Brave Shaman, he needs to get back involved. My throwing axes, they're going to start moving around the outside soon. And here, I've got my Butchers of Calcan Guard charging into the Chaos Marauders and later the Chaos Warriors. Here, I'm going to send the Best Gore Herd after the Mirror Guard. Over here, my Razor Gores aren't having the best of time with the Giant involved, but Chaos Marauders are going to get taken out pretty quickly thanks to the Gore Herd, and the Best Gore should hold out well against the Chaos Warriors, but that Cascading Fire Cloak's useful. So here, I'm trying to move my Gore Herd out of here, but it's too late, unfortunately. You see I'm running now, so a bit too late, unfortunately. so that's a pity. But anyway, Bestigor holding out rather well. I'm getting a load of throwing axes into this Chaos Giant, and I've just got him busy fighting Ungor Spearman Herd with huge melee attack buffs, which is hilarious. 51 melee attack, getting a lot of damage in the Giant. Chaos Warriors have been completely smashed to pieces by the Butchers of Kalkengard, now for the Aspiring Champions. So still getting some great damage into these guys. My Brave Shaman is now coming in. The Razor Gore Herd are going to come back in a bit later. And here he is coming in with his Hounds, so I'm actually going to run in with the Brave Shaman, hit him with the Melkolths, and then charge in. And on the charge, you see Centaurs just beat Chaos Warhounds of Poison. If I'd let him chase me, he would have nipped at my heels and got a lot of good damage in. But Chaos Warhounds on their own, if you just charge him, you're going to mess him up. Honestly, look at that, shattered already. Beautiful. So now I'm going to push the advantage. So I'm going to go for part of these Chaos Warhounds and partly just charge these guys. Frankly, Centaurs are so quick, it is so difficult to react. So there we go, Chaos Horsemasters caught out, and all my Centaurs have won. Haha, I win the skirmish fight. And now, that means I can focus on the Chaos Giants. So over here, I do, yep, there we go, Occam's Mind Razor. So that puts them up to a crazy amount of damage, 154 damage. That's pretty great. So they're going to get some great damage into Archaon if they can hit him, but he's used Cascading Fire Cloak on himself, which is definitely wise. Over here you can see the Razor Gore Herder coming back in, the Ungor Spearman Herder coming in, and the Gore Herd I think do come back in. But anyway, I'm going to try and bog down the Giant, and yeah, should be good. Anyway, the other Giant is pretty doomed, let's be honest. So here, Flaming Sword of Ruin, try and up the amount of damage they can all do. And of course, these guys do regenerate, so I assume they're a bit weak to fire. So that's, yeah, that's a bit of a pickle. But they still hit like trucks, and now the Bestigor are coming in to try and help. Horsemaster charged in to try and get something done. But look at all these throwing axes I have just poised to hit whatever I like. It's pretty great. So my Beast Lord is a bit injured. Archaon did a number on him, as well as the Brave Shaman has taken a lot of damage too. But, wow, that's a big chunk of health. So Enfeebling Foe, so I have Razor Gore and Ungor Spearman hitting him. So the anti-large of the Ungor Spears and the anti-armor from the Razor Gore get some good damage into him. So he's used Standard Die to put his melee defense up again. So he's getting a lot of great buffs on Archaon throughout this fight. So here he is nipping at my heels, which is a bit of a pity. Can't be having that. But they do break again. So over here, the Mirror Guard, totally surrounded. They got the Giant for help, but the Giant is suffering a huge amount of damage. And here we go, now huge attack buff for everyone, Apocalyptic Vision. So that's 68 melee attack for my Bestigors. Beautiful. Now Archaon is trying to join the fray, but I'm chasing him with just about everything. These Butchers of Kalkengard running in is not going to be a good idea. Another Cascading Fire Cloak, but at this point he's kind of run out of steam. I've got my Centaurs just chasing down what units are in the background while the others melt that Giant. And he calls that a day. So there we go. This replay makes me seem really petty, doesn't it? Let you guys ponder that. But yeah, well played though, Cheerio Gizmo. This is, I mean, this is a tried and tested build, and yeah, it's hard to know whether he's trying to meme me with the Giants, because I'm always bringing Giants. In the last one, I did bring 2 Frostworms. I went a bit try hard here, but I really like this build against Chaos. It's just got everything you need to deal with Chaos so well. I absolutely love it. So yeah, if you use all the buffs correctly, just one after the other with the attack buffs, you get your spells off correctly, make sure that when you are using the buffs, you got your Beast Lord near something expensive. To be fair, I didn't really use the chariots particularly well. These guys can get just like 100 kills each if you're utilizing the chariot to kill infantry, but he didn't really have a lot of infantry, honestly. Not that wasn't really well covered by Giants or Archaon. It was tough to find a way in just to run through these guys, but I had it handled, so I didn't have to worry too much about getting these guys in the fray all that much. They were just there for their buffs and debuffs and buffs, so it was pretty good. It worked out well. I was pretty happy with this. So that's how you beat Chaos. Tried and tested. Beat Romulan Dog, and I beat this guy, who I know is no pushover, because he crushed me in the previous game. So there you go, guys. That's beating Chaos with Beastmen. I hope you guys enjoyed this lecture, and yeah. Oh, also, I haven't been saying this in all of them because apparently it's been okay for now, the recording quality. So I do have another graphics card on the way because drivers keep breaking things on my computer for my current card because it's like 3 years old. So I've got a new one on the way. And which means better graphics and more reliable stuff. I'm not going to have all these technical issues that are really screwing me over. But yeah, it means better graphics, which is nice, and hopefully better frame rate. It'll just be better for all of us, hopefully. But it cost me a fortune. So if you guys fancy supporting me on Patreon, that would be really nice. Even if it's just $1 a month, I'd hugely appreciate it, because every little helps. Because I've had to throw a lot of money just to, you know, get this whole graphics card nonsense sorted, which is a real pity. I mean, maybe not a lot of money for a lot of people, but a lot of money for me. So, yeah, any help you could do, that'd be great. I'd love you forever for it. And also, there are other things on Patreon. I'm doing goals all the time. So the next goal is actually lighting for my green screen, which I'm only like $13 away from. So that means that I'll be doing my ridiculous Warhammer fantasy romance fanfic readings, which I promised ages ago. But unfortunately, the green screen came, and I just can't light it properly. So it's a bit crap. I just can't really do it how I want to. It would be a bit crap. It would be a bit unprofessional. And I want it to be the most ludicrous, crappy content with the most, like, you know, high production value. That's what I'm going for. Really high production value for just random fanfic I find online. I think it'd be really funny, and I want to do it properly. So yeah, lighting is on the cards on Patreon. So I know I don't usually go on about this stuff. It feels a bit cheap, but you know, I never mention it, and I feel like I should occasionally. So this is me mentioning it occasionally. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And sorry for all the, you know, business talk. It's, you know, that's life. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.